morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to another daily crypto tech review of EOS, Ethereum and Ripple's XRP. And we will be having a look at Bitcoin and the MACDs. It is Wednesday the 24th of June. Jumping straight in and looking at EOS and the hourly candlesticks, bit of a bearish start to the day. Going to need to see EOS break through the pivot at 57.90 to support a run at the first major resistance level that's sitting at 59.93. Barring a broad-based crypto rally on the day, should see the first major resistance level and yesterday's high that was at 60.38 cap the upside on the day. Failure to break through that pivot is going to bring this first major support level into play. That's sitting at 55.36. Expect EOS to continue to avoid sub 250s, however. We've got the second major support level sitting at 253 to limit the downside. Moving across to the daily candlesticks and the MACD. Still range bound. We saw EOS test this key support at 242 last week. We're going to need to see a breakout through to 290s really to support a run at this key resistance level at 311s to maintain the near-term bullish trend. A pullback through this support at 242 would bring that key support level at 226 into play. So looking at the MACD, there's a possible crossover here, bullish crossover to support an upward trend on the day that could bring a breakout from 260s. We've seen EOS struggle over the last couple of days to break out from 260s, so we need to see a move through 270s. Moving across to Ethereum against the dollar. It's been a mixed start to the day as well, finding some support. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 242.90 to support a run at this first major resistance level at 245. We saw Ethereum fail to break out from 250s. That's a key resistance level we'll talk about later. So we would expect this first major resistance level at 245 and Tuesday's high at 244.80 to limit any upside barring a breakout. Fall through the pivot would bring this first major support level sitting at 241 into play. Should see the second major support level at 238.80 limit any downside in the event of an extended sell-off. Looking at the daily candlesticks and the MACD. MACD's pointing to a possible bullish crossover there. Going to need to see Ethereum break through that first major resistance level at 245 to bring the key resistance level sitting at 253 into play, and then a breakout from the 23.6% fib at 257. Seeing Ethereum continue to struggle to break out from 250s. So we're going to need to see a move through 250s to support the near-term bullish trend. Failure to break out could see this key support level at 225s come back into play. And then a breakdown from there, obviously we'll see this 176, which is the key support level, fall through there, would reverse that near-term bullish trend. MACD's pointing to a possible breakout on the day, however. Moving across to the hourly candlestick for Ripple's XRP against the dollar. Slightly positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP break through the pivot at 1895, however, to bring this first major resistance level at 1904 into play. Resistance at 19 has been pinning Ripple's XRP back of late. Barring extended crypto rally on the day, that first major resistance level and Tuesday's high at 19.067 should limit any upside. Failure to break through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 1882 into play. Barring a extended crypto sell-off, we should see Ethereum avoid 1850s. We've got the second major support level sitting at 1873. Moving across to the daily candlesticks and the MACD, Ripple's XRP, the MACD is pointing to a possible bullish crossover. We've seen it continue to fail, however, so we need to see a breakout from that first major resistance level at 1904 and a run at 20s to support a run at this key resistance level at 2130. and then a breakout from there. Failure to break through to 1900s would bring this first key support level at 1840 into play, and then a breakdown through there would bring 1750s and a reversal of that near-term bullish trend. So MACD pointing to a possible bullish crossover, but we're going to need to break through to 1900s to support that. Finally, looking at Bitcoin's daily candlestick and the MACD. MACD's again pointing to a possible bullish crossover. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid sub 9,600s and take a run at 9,800s to bring this key resistance level 10,398 into play. A breakthrough to 9,900s would be what we need to look for on the day, however, to support this near-term bullish trend. Fall through to that key support level at sub 9s and that 23.6% fib at 8,900 would then bring a possible bullish trend reversal into play. So key on the day is avoiding sub 9,600 and making a run at 9,900.